Alrighty, welcome back. This is Ethelred, the worst Civ player on YouTube. Let's play some Civ. It is 1605, which means we were already into the time of the Troubles, which sounds like something right out of Baldur's Gate, but it's not. Let's see, so 1590, Ivan the Terrible died and left the Tsardom to his retarded son Theodore I. Alright, so I got a couple of things to say here. One, I've been struggling over the pronunciation of Theodore all day. And popping it out just now, I realized that sounded a lot like Theodore. I bet that is Theodore. That if you move west, that initial F becomes an initial TH. That's just a Theodore. That's just a guess. Alright, and the other thing is that it's not politically correct to say retarded. I did see a Wikipedia entry that called him mentally deficient. Anyway, he didn't do any good for Russia, and he was the second Tsar, which actually reminds me to mention something else. I said I would figure out when Russia began as a nation. As far as I could tell, that started with Ivan the Terrible, who was the first Tsar of Russia. And Theodore being the second Tsar of Russia, he didn't live for very long. He lived for about 9 years. He was the Tsar. And when he died, the dynasty of Rurik died with him. So that was the passing of an entire dynasty right there. Alright, and that started the time of the Troubles, because with no secession, Russia fell into civil war and famine. 2 million people died. That's 1/3 of the Russian population. And Poland saw an opportunity, so they invaded and occupied Russia. On that note, we are going to invade and occupy Ribe in short notice. Short. Like, soonish. Really soonish. 1610. This entire episode will be the time of the Troubles. 1610, Poland occupied Moscow, so Russia pretty much defeated. Poland occupied Moscow, and a Polish prince named, never mind, I'm not going to try to pronounce that, called himself Tsar of Russia, even though the Russians knew he wasn't Tsar. They didn't know exactly who was Tsar, but this Polish dude ain't. I thought I had upgraded this guy. I guess not. That's a shame. Can I hit? Maybe I can. We'll see when the time comes. I think I can hit Ribe from there, actually. This Lancer. Oh yes, this Lancer. This guy who's just going to chill out here forever and do nothing much of any importance. So, I've got a problem, and that problem is named Brazil. Brazil, sitting over on its continent, is doing what AIs on a continent by themselves do best, which is snowball. And the only one who can stop it is Montezuma. So I'm going to have to... I think I'm going to have to do something to prop up Montezuma. And I can't even guess what that would be. I wish I could trade... I wish I could trade technologies with them. So, you know, let's become friends, get a defensive pact with them. Friends, you suck. You don't even know what's good for you. You're a stupid AI. We'll come over here and build some roads, because there's much road building to do. Nice. Barbs, the eternal war, especially for myself as Russia, with nobody to the north of me, like this huge land mass, like 1/4 of the earth, that nobody is inhabiting, and nobody ever will, because it's the Siberian wilderness. I'm not going to go up there. What do you mean my people were... Oh, that must be Cossacks? That must be over here. Yes, indeed it is. Wow, that's lol. Very cute. Adorable, even. Whatever. Can we upgrade you yet? Very good. So this is not going to be long now, and we will be conducting some warlike stuff. Yeah, I'm pretty unhappy about Brazil. If Montezuma's not going to be friends with me, maybe I should entice him. Maybe I should make some trade deals with him. 1620, time's passing. 1615. So the Russians managed, they did what really they do best, which is to throw people out of the country. And a series of uprisings managed to throw the Poles out of Moscow. And then Russian irregulars got the Poles out of the rest of Russia, to the point where Poland finally had to sign a trade agreement to... I see that I'm missing some... Speaking of trade, I'm missing some trade routes. There was finally a peace treaty signed, and give me tribute. What did I ask for? Yeah, 155 gold. Thanks. So a peace treaty was signed under conditions which were favorable to Poland, of course, because they had a nation that was intact and a military which was intact, as opposed to Russia, who didn't even know who its Tsar was and had no bureaucracy or government institutions and really no military. But anyway, they did manage to get rid of the Poles. I mean, even despite all of those headwinds, they still managed to get rid of the Poles. So a peace treaty was signed which ceded Russian territory, such as Ukraine, to Poland. And... what? Really? Oh, it's a scout. Got it. So, yeah, let's do the... whatever. Send a composite bowman up. So, Poland gets Ukraine, and what else happens? The Tsardom of Russia, with the Poles out, it gets some kind of heartbeat back. And guess who is the Tsar coming out of that whole kerfluffle? Out of the Polish occupation and the time of the civil wars and everything. There's this guy who manages to become Tsar, and his name is Michael Romanov. And he's not a strong Tsar. There is no strong Russia at this point. He does basic things like I put two bricks one on top of the other. Things were so bad, to give you an idea, that when Michael I was coronated, they couldn't even find a building that was appropriate enough to have his coronation in. Yeah, beat it, Denmark. I don't care what you think. So they had to, like, rent a building or something in order to get him coronated. That's what condition Moscow was in. Sweden, seeing Russia... This is just like civilization. At this point, Sweden saw that Russia had basically no military, and I guess it had some wonders in its capital. So Sweden was like, wow, we're just going to go over there and take Moscow, for no better reason at all. And so Sweden wages war on Russia, but they don't really have a lot of luck, because Russia, nobody wages a war against Russia on its home turf. Nobody wins that war, and Sweden didn't win that war. So they were persuaded to give up. Let's trade with these guys. I want your pearls. Yeah. I guess I'm not shocked. So how about I give you some iron? Just take the iron. Stop booing at me. Everybody back on booing at me. So Sweden fights, and they rebuff Sweden. And Tsar Michael I starts rebuilding some government bureaucracy, getting the post office running again, that kind of thing. He had a crippled leg because of a childhood accident riding a horse. And that got progressively worse, which was, it certainly didn't help him at all. And after, let's see, 1645. All right, so we'll stop narrating history for a little while with Michael I's death in 1645. He passed his tsardom to his son, Alexis I, who was aged 16. And that means that we can ignore history for a little while and just play. Next. Oh yeah. Actually, we'll come back one. And what are we going to do? Look at this. Second in literacy to Brazil. That sucks. Dude, you'll pay for that. I don't even know what you're complaining about, but you'll pay for it. Because, actually, let's do it right now. Let's do it live. Let's attack you. Because, whatever. You said something to me I didn't like. And speaking of saying things I don't like, I'm going to rename some of your cities. And then
Industrialization.
Nice. And we got coal. Well, isn't that nice that they gave me the city Tunsberg? Because if it weren't for that, I wouldn't have any coal. That's fabulous. I will send a worker over there post-haste and develop that coal. Let's go. Actually, I saw that. He decided to start pathing through the water, which you don't do that when you're going to war with the Vikings. Okay. Do I have any deals with you? I don't. I think that this will be fine. Yeah, I did lose a trade route, but I'll rebuild my trade routes. Here comes the moment that I've been waiting for. Tell me I can... Son of a biscuit! I can't hit you? Wait. I think it's going to go like this. And now that I can see you, I think I can hit you. Oh, yeah. Oh, my gosh. That's just sick. Wow. That was the coolest thing I've ever done in this game. That right there was it. I can quit the game now. I'd quit. That game was awesome. That right there, that wins. So much win right there. And we're in -6 happiness. So that was not quite totally awesome, but whatever. Okay. I did not even need these melee units. I didn't know, coincidentally, that you could capture cities with Cossacks. I didn't know that. Okay, what am I doing not researching scientific theory? Am I daft? I must be daft. There's coal. This city is insane. It's got 4 salt and coal and 2 wheat, and it's next to a mountain, and it's got a river. This city is awesome. Love that city. I really wish that I could shoot something with that guy. That would be awesome. No! Don't mean to move my general down there. I thought I'd... Never mind. 1635. Now... What are we going to do next? What's the next move? There's, what, 2 cities left? I think just 2. And looks like we'll get a couple of wonders taking Copenhagen. It's too bad it's going to take a long time for me to move my troops. And that's just a rotten shame right there. Get some Cossacks down here. Yeah. How far can I... Holy smokes. Nice. Thanks for the roads, Vikings. I really appreciated them. Your road network has made my job a lot easier than I had anticipated. Alright. road building. Come up here and build roads. Oh, look, I don't have to go that far for coal. I can get it right here. Right there. But if I don't do something for happiness right now, then I'm going to be in a whole hell of trouble. Because we are at -10. In fact, I'm going to move this Lancer back to Moscow, anticipating the appearance of rebels. And I don't have enough money to accomplish anything, really. I think that becoming friends with him... But I can't do that. I don't have the money for that. Holy smokes, musketmen. Gee, many Christmas. Can't handle that. The barbs are everywhere. And they've got muskets. This is less than optimal. And my people are unhappy.
Hola?
And probably no one has anything to trade with me.
Assalamu alaikum.
Do I already have cotton? Tell me I don't.
ماذا كنت تقول؟
Hallelujah. Silk?
حسن.
Okay, now at least I don't have to worry about rebels. What about
Bons
you?
dias.
Wales, what do you want for that? No.
Ireis considerar
Forget
esta
that.
oferta?
I've already talked to Japan. You probably don't have anything that you want to trade. Nope. Celts? I forgot you're in the game. China, we used to be
今
friends.
天怎么样，
Nope.
我的朋友？你认为
Actually
这个要
forgetting
求
some of
你
these
能
people are
接受
even
吗？
here. Like Egypt, Carthage, Spain.
一边
Spain thinks I'm bloodthirsty. That's adorable. And we got an upcoming session. I connected some... Alright, well, it is what it is. When's my 11 turns until Circus Maximus? That'll help. That'll help. Gee whiz. Alright, well, I don't think there's much for me to do about it. We'll just let these guys chill for right now. And next turn I'll be able to move on Aarhus. Because they've got awesome roads built just for me. I really appreciate they built these roads a long time ago knowing one of these days Russia's gonna show up and they're gonna want roads. This looks bad for this city. If I actually cared about this city, I would be worried. I guess I don't want them to take the city just because that would be one more city I have to destroy. But, what kind of city is that? A Galeas? Can a Galeas even take a city? I don't think so. Alright. How far? Yeah, we can move pretty far. We'll come out here. We'll bring this guy down. We'll set up some artillery to fire. And that that honestly right there might be enough. That's just sad, but that might be enough right there. Okay. How much movement do you have left? You got a lot of movement left. Let's us come up here and here and here. Just to stay out of city bombardment. No reason for us to get bombarded unnecessarily. And we're going to die to these barbs if I don't pull back. And I hate the idea of pulling back, but if we don't, we're gonna die. So I guess I don't need to worry now about rebels at Moscow, so I can bring that Lancer to the east to deal with that problem. And trying to figure out... Got 2 zoos coming along and the Circus Maximus. So it's not all bad. It's not all bad. It's going to get worse, though, before it gets better. Yeah. And as far as my gold is concerned, I'm going to have to really take a break from war after I deal with the Vikings. So... I guess I'll just come over here and build a farm or something. Okay, everybody. Oh my gosh, can I fire now? No, I can't. That right there is a shame. Route 2 canceled. That's fine. Build a road right here, baby. Well, yeah, our economy will definitely come back with a flourish here in a short while. We'll start connecting these cities. All we really have to do is connect up to Viborg, and then the rest of these cities will come online. And, yeah, it's not bad. Not bad. 1645, dum-da-da-dum.
Their rising
Acoustics. I could care less about acoustics. But I do care ever so much about having a great engineer. Now, where am I going to plant this guy? I'm thinking I'm going to plant him right here? Here? Over here. I think so. Yep. Go over there. Go. Move it. Alright, whatever. And I guess that Goliaths really are not a threat. Oh, super, look at that. More buffalo. Now I know what this worker's going to do. It's going to work on buffalo. As soon as I feel safe about working on buffalo. Alright. Can I move this guy down here? Yep, about like that. And now we will fire on Arhus. Huh. I guess I'm a little surprised there. I thought that I would have greater effect. This pikeman will do nothing but soak damage. That's his job. Okay, what else do we got going on this turn? Anything? Oh yeah. Clearing barbs and stuff. Oh please, I wish he could have fired. That would have been awesome. We need to just heal that dude. Great. Road's almost done. Okay, so 1650. What did I say in 1645? Oh yeah, Michael I died, and Alexis I became Tsar at age 16. Now, all that Michael did really was put out the fires, clear out the smoke, put a couple of rocks on top of one another, and end the immediate wars. What happened? A civilian was captured by barbs? What was he even doing down here? Oh, that was the guy I sent to go fetch coal. Well, that was stupid of me, and I deserve that. I deserve that. In 1650, Alexis I, he carefully navigated relations with the Ottoman Empire, the Polish-Lithuanian Commonwealth, Sweden, and a bunch of other aggressor nations. And he focused instead on, guess what, nation building at home. So he came up with a new legal code that absolutely sucked. This code basically, it gave the boyars, all of the land became the property of the boyars. And that included the people who worked the land. So the people who actually worked the land became serfs, and they became the property of the boyar who owned the land. And they could no longer change the resident because they no longer controlled their own lives. They were slaves to the boyars. And so they had to stay on the property of the boyar. And the same thing with craftsmen and guildmen. They, even though they weren't serfs, even though they didn't have a boyar who owned them, they were not allowed to change their residence. You couldn't just sell your house and buy a new house. This Russia's got a long history of autocracy. This was a really powerful autocratic move in order to just lock people into place and control them. That's exactly what that was. All right, let's not dawdle. Let's move on the killing blow for Copenhagen. Now, in this game, I understand that with Brave New World, you no longer get a eternal warmonger penalty for... Nice. Yes! You no longer get an eternal warmonger penalty for quote-unquote genociding somebody. So, we're just going to take them out and capture their capital and all the 9 yards. So yeah, this law code sucked. We'll just sweep you right there. Actually, did I see... I think I saw over here... Yeah. Let's go clear that camp before we have more problems. And... I see. This camp is not finished here. Let's finish the camp before we build the road. Elsewise, I'll just never remember it. Okay. My army right now is pretty strung out, so we'll go ahead and collect them a little bit. Oh, look at Copenhagen. It's going to be a pain in the butt.
Deveremos prosperar através do comércio.
Here. Everybody always tells me that I should take all the research agreements that are offered to me. Pedro is winning, and he's beating me in science. Alright, I'll do it, but yeah, I had my qualms about doing that. We're not at 1660 yet, so we got a little while. This episode will end when the Time of Troubles is completely done. Actually, some people say the Time of Troubles ended with the Tsardom of Michael I. But I'm going to say that's not convenient for me. So I'm going to say the Time of Troubles goes until 1685, because that's when Peter the Great comes to power, and that's going to be where I break for another episode. So that's Ethelred rewriting history right there. That's power. I just did that. See that? Jeez. Bring these guys down here. Nice. Alright, Copenhagen, you will not last much longer. This war is almost over. Samaria has built some walls. Well, whoopty freaking do. And it is time for a faction. And we are running our civilization into the ground conducting war right now. So, let's just buy ourselves a little bit of time. What a mess. Yeah, heal up there, buddy. Yeah. That's good. Just everybody just chill there. Oh my gosh. How aggravating. What we need now is we need to get some coal. I don't have the gold for coal. So, we're literally just going to chill on things for a little bit here. Actually, I know what Samaria could be working on, which is better than gold. It could be working on trade routes, permanent gold. So let's do that. Let's switch Samaria over. And in 1660, keep in mind we're still under Alexis I here, and this is the Romanovs. All right, This is the dynasty of the Romanovs. Just so we know, we've entered the dynasty of the Romanovs era. Alexis had some problems with Poland and Sweden again. Things kind of broke down a little bit. He found himself leading Russia back into conflict against these guys. And in order to, because they had no economy, they're like me right now. They're, losing gold, their people are unhappy, they're trying to conduct a war. Anyway, all that stuff. And as a result, boom, golly gee willikers, this is going to be kind of aggravating here. Yeah. There. So as a result, they printed a ton of copper coins, thinking that this was a good idea, that they'd be able to finance their war by printing copper coins, which just meant that if you've got more currency in circulation, guess what that does? That doesn't help your economy grow. That's devaluing the value of your currency. So if you've got 1,000 coins in circulation one day and 2,000 coins in circulation the next day, that means that the buying power of each coin just went down by half. So they had a fiscal crisis as a result of this silly idea. And they had what was called the copper riots. People rioting in the street because they couldn't buy bread without spending 10,000 copper coins for it. You know how that went. Alright. Should I get a cargo ship in? No. It's landlocked. Let's kill the cargo ship idea. Where is it? Ah, caravan. Thank you. Gee whiz. Caravan here. It'll be 2 of my caravans, and I guess Moscow will be next with the caravan. Okay, and that'll be all 3 caravans. World religion? You gotta be kidding me. You're gonna die. And your religion's going to die with you. That's right. I said it. Golly. So many barbs. Barbs are just out of control. Hooray, I forgot all about this guy. That will be very helpful. And you've got to be joking with me if you think I'm going to make peace with you now. Copenhagen, of course, attacked my Cossack and was unable to do anything about it because it is too late for Copenhagen. Their time has come and gone. So, the riots, the copper riots were put down. And I mean put down. Like, everybody died. That kind of put down. So we'll move this guy up here, this guy over to the side, this guy will come down. Son of a biscuit eater. Well, at least I'll be firing next turn. I'll have a firing solution. My proposal is to embargo Denmark. That is a totally wasted proposal, but at least it doesn't make any enemies. It's really all I'm going for here. Not making any enemies. And is there anyone I could trade with for anything? Doesn't look like it. Will I get anything for taking Copenhagen? Hopefully some wonders, which will be awesome. I mean, I can only hope. So, let's bring this worker up here and start working on the road to Viborg. Alright, there, we got some reinforcements up there. And the year is 1670. Cossacks in southern Russia rebelled now. They fought Alexis for a couple of years. I guess they just thought they could make their own individual territory. So yeah, Cossacks. They did the Cossack thing, I guess. They rebelled in southern Russia. You know, interesting note about Cossacks. World War I, when it started, there was a panic which went through Europe and reached like as far as England, and it spread along the railways that the Cossacks are coming, and people ran for their lives all through Europe that the Cossacks were coming. If someone could explain that to me, that would be a dandy, because I mean I get it that the Cossacks are a pretty cool unit, but does that really mean that when war breaks out that an entire population needs to be terrorized? Now where can we move you? Something like that. Yeah. And can we move you down here? No. Fine. Whatever. Next turn, you'll be mine. So we'll just set all these guys to just chill for a little bit. All of them can just chill because this business is almost over. 1675, yeah, we did the revolution thing. Alexis, he spent his entire tsardom trying to navigate a really difficult time where everybody had a knife for Russia. Even Russians had knives for Russia. They had, Sweden as an aggressor. They had some skirmishes with them. There was Poland, which was at this time called, Poland had unified with Lithuania and created a commonwealth, a Polish-Lithuanian commonwealth. So there was that. There was, the Cossacks in the south, and there were rioting in the street over copper coins. Alexis basically just tried to navigate all of this and keep the Tsardom together and keep Russia together as a state. He died, and he was succeeded by Fyodor III. This guy was a really smart dude, according to reports. Just a really enlightened guy, kind of out of the mold of Europe, a very European mold, and he enjoyed reading, and he knew Latin, and he enjoyed the arts, and wow, that unit would die. That's pretty strong. Hooray! We've got a caravan, and now I guess we'll do. Since I plan on a science win, I guess we'll go Porcelain Tower. It'll get us a great scientist, and who knows, maybe that'll help someday with stuff. Anything else that I need to do here? Yeah. We'll start moving these workers up here to build the road to Viborg, which, by the way, I'm going to rename. What did I just do? I'm going to rename Viborg. I'm going to rename it. So we got Novgorod. Rostov. That's another good Russian city. And what else? What other cities have been in the history here? Well, I can't think of any. If I come up with another one, I'll name it. Rostov was a big one. Novgorod was a big one. We've got Moscow. Well, maybe you guys could submit some suggestions to me. Heal up back there, buddy. Hooray! And let's start trading with people again, like Kiev. Can't trade with Kiev, huh? Wonder why not. Maybe somebody else already has that deal. Riga? I'll trade with you. Super. Oh, look at that! Barbs, where I least want them. They're like the Spanish Inquisition. Nobody expects them.
Deveremos prosperar através do comércio?
Yeah, I'll be your friend while I actively work for your downfall. And that's a fact. Sure. Everybody loves Brazil. I don't know why you guys like Brazil so much. What does Brazil have that I don't? Oh, good, the Barb left. That doesn't mean that I'm safe there. I need to send the Cossack back to make this area safe. So let's do that. And while I'm waiting for that Cossack, we're going to stay close to home here. And we're going to build farms for Novgorod. Okay, I think this is the last turn for you guys. Bye. Yeah, Ragnarok's upon you, and I just puppeted your city, bro. Alright, 14 unhappiness, but it's a deal. I'll absorb the Vikings now, and not bother with any war, probably for 100 years or so. The next war will most likely be against China. And that will probably be the only warring that I do in this game. Other than that, I just need to make it for a little while without any irregular units, any barbs popping up here. Let's see, I want to make it a turn or two. How many turns do I need to make it? We got 5 until the... 5. 5 will get me the zoo, and it'll get me this Circus Maximus. And I have tons and tons of luxuries. I wonder, do I have every luxury? Can anybody trade with me? Hey, and I'm in second place now. Ain't that a dandy?
السلام عليكم.
I really doubt that anyone's got anything to trade with me.
Bons dias.
I'm probably just going to have to live off mercantile city-states.
ちゃんと聞いておる。
Hey, buddy. You've got silver. I would love to trade salt for it. Thank you. That was awesome. And there was much rejoicing. Hooray. So China, you probably don't
今
have
天怎么
anything.
样？往下说。
And, yeah. No.
Tyłaro dodaj.
Egypt. Carthage.
Dam.
How about your
Halak.
pearls? Nope, I didn't think so. Spain?
¿Y bien?
You're doing really badly there, Spain. Alright. See if we can take that. Bring this guy home. Let him do that. We're still at 10. It's not a good place to be. I'd like to be at positive 10, but we'll get there. We'll get there. So we need to... We need to spread these artillery units out now. This first artillery unit's going to come over here to Tamatarcha. The Dmitri will sit in Novgorod. This other artillery unit, if I've got Tamatarcha covered, I think we'll come to Samaria. And that means this guy, he can stay here in Copenhagen. Have I already moved you? I think that I'll move you down to someplace like here to watch that part of my territory. You can come up here and watch this part of my territory. You can come up here and watch this. Yeah, we'll just see how that kind of goes. Oh, and I've got another general. That's adorable. That's expensive. I don't really need 2 generals. I'll think about what to do with him though. I'll probably citadel him. Next. So, I'm sure I'm out of time. I am, in fact, out of time. 1685, that's exactly where I wanted to end this episode, because Theodore III, being as smart and cool a dude, liked his painting and he liked his music. He died anyway. And he actually died of scurvy, in case you're wondering what he died of. And who came next to the throne but Peter the Great? Peter Romanov I, Peter the Great. He is awesome in every sense of the word awesome. He's going to be a real breath of fresh air after Ivan the Terrible and the Time of Troubles. So we'll talk about him tomorrow. And can't I build a farm? Okay, great. So on that note, my people hate me. You would think that I'm Ivan the Terrible for how much people hate me. But we will, next turn or next game, we will put it'll probably, as far as the game is concerned, Civ, it'll be really boring because I'll be micromanaging cities and trade routes and happiness. But as far as the history is concerned, Peter was awesome. So, alright, well, thank you very much for listening. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please click like. If you didn't, click dislike, and I'll take it on the chin. Just like a pro. I don't even know what to do with this guy. Have him sit in Moscow. Okay, anyway, so thank you very much. Click subscribe to it. Click it.